everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. Right, so today we are going to sort out a few things in the car on the ID3. We're going to fit the dashboard and we're going to dress the front bumper. That's the plan, because we are getting very near to the point where we need to get the car ready to be to get all this online so that we can get rid of the crash data. But in order to do that, we need to get as many of the systems up and running as possible. So that is the plan. Let's get on with it. Okay, so dashboard in the car time. So we need to get a dashboard in place before we do the coding of the headlights, and also to clear the crash data. And last week we got our airbag in place, our dashboard airbag. So this is pretty much ready to fit into the car and start to bolt back up. So let's get it in the car. Okay, dashboard is in, and we've connected up all the connectors that are behind the scene. So the light pod, note to yourself, make sure you feed these through, and the light bar at the back especially, before you get this in. I literally had to take this out a couple of times to get that in. We've also got a light bar underneath here that's connected to there. We've got a light bar here that's connected to there, and then there's one on the other side which is connected to there. So they all feed through. So it's quite neat the way the wiring works in this car. Right, so now that the dashboard is in place, we have our dashboard screws to put in, and in here we have 8 screws. So we've got to find a home for all 8 screws. So let's see what we have left at the end. I'm going for 100%. Let's see if we are successful. One screw left, but I think I know where he goes. I think he goes up there. If I can remember, there's a little hole there, and I'm going to try it right now. Let me put this camera down. Here we go. Okay, so I think he goes up there. Yeah, he does. There you go. So that is all 8 screws. I'm happy with that. Get him in. Brilliant. 100%. So we've got no screws left in the bag. That is a result. Right, dashboard is in. So now we're going to start building up the steering wheel assembly, and we'll add in the console, etc., etc., and get all those bolted in. Okay, so we've got all the instrument panel bolted in and in place. I've just put the speaker at the back, just down there. So we need to put the speaker grill in to complete that piece. Let's just make sure we get this the right way around. Here we go. Here we go. Right, that's that. And a little bit there. Here we go. And I don't think there's anything else here that... Spider, get out of the car. You know what spiders do. Right, I don't think there's anything else that we need over here. We're pretty much done in terms of because we haven't got a heads-up display in this car, so we just need to put the grille back on now, the top cover, which is here, and that literally just snaps into place. Like so. Oh, there's a few holes. Once it finds it, and that is it. That is done. Right, it's beginning to look really plasticky now. All right, let's turn our attention to the steering wheel. I'll put the steering wheel dead straight. So this bit should just go straight. Not quite. Here we go. So that is dead straight. So we can start to plug that up. That's in there. Then we can put our center hub. I'm gonna get some Loctite in there because that's what we need to do. So we'll do that in a second. But yeah, it's beginning to come together now. So we'll put our steering wheel in, and then we can start to do the lower panel. Now that this is all in place, and start to assemble that. Right, so the airbag is all connected up, including the little connector at the side, so we just need to whack that into place to get it in, he says, famous last words. There we go. So that's it, steering wheel is in. That's looking much better. It's beginning to look like a car again, isn't it? Right, okay. I might just do a little bit of a test just to see where we are in terms of airbag codes, etc. But yeah, I am very pleased with the way that looks. It's coming together well. Actually, rather than worry about seeing what airbag codes that we've got, because we know we've got a few. So the rear seat belts are now gone off. They're now gone. Let's sort out the front bumper and the wiring there, because we've got some broken wires that we need to sort out, and also on the front bumper I need to put the light bars in, which we have. So we'll put the light bars in and then sort out some of the broken wiring. Okay, so we have repaired the wiring that goes to the sound generator that makes that weird sound when you're driving electric cars, and to the horn. So that's these 6 here, but these here, we've got 5 wires here and then 2 wires here. Whatever they were connected to is gone. I suspect that it may have attached to here, but we'll have to figure out by looking at the wiring diagram. And then over here we've got these wires here, and I think that's it. I suspect that on the other side it is this that it did connect to, and I think this is a wireless access point or something. That's what I think it might be, but I'm going to get the part number and then I'll find that out. If it's an antenna, then that's not going to be much of an issue. It just means that we'll have less connectivity. That I don't know where that connects to, but I know where these connect to. These connect to the bumper. So one of these will be for the lights, the daylight running lights, and this one I think is for the parking sensors. Yeah, right, let's go and have a look at the bumper now, and we can see how we're getting on with that wiring. Right, dealing with the bumper now. So we got 2 new daylight running lights. Actually, this one's a second-hand one. So we just need to fit these up, which are very simple. They just literally slide in like so. Need to be careful I don't drop it, because I really don't want to drop this, because I got them cheap. Here we go. So it goes in. I bet you this is going to be two-handed, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So it cooks in on that side, and then hooks in on that side. That's one. And this is the brand new one that I only paid part money for, or cheap money for. So let's get him in. I think he's in. I really don't want to drop this one. This one's brand new. Here we go. Yeah, I thought it wasn't in. There you go. This is in that side. Yeah. Right. So that's those 2 in. And then we just have to plug them up. Typical. Right. He's in. And then that one goes into that. This is the one that we repaired the wiring on. And that is it. Done. So we can plug him up, but before we do that we need to just sort out, we've got all the little plugs that need to go into the car, so we'll put onto the bumper that will attach the ends here, so we'll do that first. But the bumper is pretty much wired up now, so we just got to lay these flat and in a way that will just find where these plug in so that the cabling doesn't foul, and then we are all good. We can fit or offer up the front bumper. Right, so that's all wired up now. I had to rewire it because it's all in the wrong. It was the wrong way around. But now that the wire is the right way around, it all fits properly and nice and neat and all clamped down. Right, let's get this onto the car. Okay, so bumper's out here. We'll fit this back on here. Oh no, look, it's that bent bit of framework again. That's gonna generate about 30 different comments, isn't it? It will continue to be bent, gents. And the reason why I have left this is because if I try to straighten it, then I likely will break it. And this has no structural bearing on the vehicle at all it does is it holds this crash sensor here. That is the only thing that it does. And if I try to fix it, because these apparently have got a weakness and they rust, and that one's rusted, but they're not being replaced under warranty, so they will rust under the car and stay like that. But the actual bar itself is absolutely fine. If this bar, the main crash bar, was damaged, then I would replace it, but it's not. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Oh no, look at that dent. Anyway, moving on. Let's get the front bumper fitted to the vehicle. Again, it's going to be a temporary fit because we've still got wires cut and we need to understand what those wires are. So when I find what connects to them on the wiring diagrams, like I said, I think it's one of these connectors on here. The only thing is I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. It's broken as well. I don't know what it connects to, so I need to figure that out as well. So, well, the bumper will be coming back off again. So I really just want to fit the bumper so I can get Baz to then clear the codes and get the battery, get the wheels working. Right, let's fit that. Time that time. Right, that's all in. You can see our light bar there. A little bit of a gap there, bigger gap there, not in properly there. Not bothered at the moment because we've got to take it off again. I just need to do some work there to get that in. It will go in, but I have to force it in, and we're not doing that today. But everything is connected up. We've connected up the cables that we've got connections for. So we now just need to put our power on, and then we can test what our codes are doing. Here we go. So the battery is in. Let's see how our codes look. Right, okay, so on screen now you should see what I'm looking at now, which is my OBD11, and for the record it is called OBD11. It's not OBD2, and I'm saying it wrong. It is, the product is called OBD11. Now, as you can see, 214 faults. So we've done a lot of connections in here. So what we're going to do, those are codes that are stored in the car's ECU. So we're going to do a swipe up to clear, and let's see how many of those codes that it actually clears. You can hear the car beeping. That'll be the ones that it can't clear, which is fine. We know there's some things that are still still are broken. For example, it's going to flag up an error for the seats. It's going to flag up an error for the seat belt connection, because that is also not connected. It's going to flag up an error for the two rear seat belts because they are physically not in place. So we're going to let this run, and then we're going to come back to it and see where we are. Right, okay, so we've done another scan, and of the 214 after clearing, we've now got only 85 left. Much better place. So we can go into these and see what they are, and then see what we can check on there or clear on there. So the first one, engine, I'm expecting to see crash data. That's what I'm expecting to see. So we've got 4 faults, and of those 4 faults, when it comes up, we have got invalid data. Let's see if we can get any more details on that. No. Malfunction, blah blah blah. Okay, let's see if we can clear those. No, we can't. I'm expecting that is to do with the crash data. So it says that we've cleared one of those or 3 of those faults, but if I go back and into it again, we'll probably find that we've still got 4. Yeah, so we've still got 4. Now I want to go into SPF protection and see if we can unlock it for this. So this is where the phone will connect directly to VW. So it says that we've successfully done that. And then let's see if we can then clear the code. Sometimes you have to do that in order to clear the codes. So we'll try that. Right, let's clear. Nope, still got 4 faults. What's this engine release one? Anyway, now there is another setting we can go into, and TikTok influencer gel. Let's see, unlock high voltage system after a crash. Now this is the one that is not available. Not available, yeah. So we've got to go online to solve that. That's the one that we're going to get VAG coding to get rid of. Okay, good stuff. Anyway, enough on that now. Let's carry on putting the dashboard together, and then we can have a little chat and see what we've done and how we've progressed today. And there we are. Dashboard is now all back together, included the steering wheel and everything else. So literally we just got the seats to sort out, the airbag, curtain airbags to put back in place properly, and I really like that because we were testing them, but we now know that they're working fine. And we've even put the overhead binnacle lights back in and they're working just great. So everything is back. And that's it. So let's conclude this video for this week and see what we've achieved. Okay, so we've gone from 214 down to 75 DTC. So we're making some fine progress. So I've sent the old seat belts off, by the way. They've been repaired by the airbag team, so they should be back sometime this week. And then I have booked a session with VCD Coding to sort out the lights and to get those all ready for us to be able to get the lights working, and also to clear the crash codes. So you'll see that in a future episode because I'm away next week, so there may not be a video because I'm away for 2 Saturdays, but there'll only be 1 Saturday missing. So you will get a video, but just to let you know, I'll be away next week. So stay tuned for that. I may drop a few Instagram posts as we make some progress, because I got my session on Monday, which is tomorrow, the day that you'll see in this vlog. So it will be happening the day that you're watching this, and then I'll just see how we progress on that. Okay, so we're almost there, almost at the point of getting those wheels rotating. So if you're enjoying this series of videos, don't forget to subscribe if you're a casual viewer, because there are so many of you. Click on the bell notification so you're notified whenever we release a new video. And we will see you very soon. Bye for now.